forget, as much as he is doing attacks and he could be doing really well, the guy's got a Ring of Suffering, so he's going to be taking retaliation damage as well as Vengeance.
Good point.
So the Barrager hasn't got Vengeance, whereas the...
I've just heard something crazy. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I think I know what you're going to say. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Are both players from Raw?
No.
Ooh.
One is Cutthroat.
Cutthroat?
Okay.
And one is Lit.
Okay.
No way.
One of the players is Ditterbitter, a content creator who went on to win the Deadman beta.
That is insane.
Wow,
last
okay.
week.
Interesting. But he was saying, where's my 20k? Maybe this is where it is.
Well, he's made himself at least 10k now being in the final, and I'm very, very impressed by that. I believe Cutthroat, when I spoke to them, they had around 30 to 50 members. This is their first tournament they're properly participating in. They are solo. They have not created any alliances. So for Ditter to get through to the final 1v1 is a tremendous feat in itself.
Yeah, I remember actually did a bit of contacted and was mentioning that there's a lot of propaganda going out that there is a huge alliance and Cutthroat are part of that. And actually, as Ian's just said, they're not. They've ran this one solo, and to see how far they've got is absolutely incredible.
Now I want to keep track of his RSN and see how he managed to survive the final multi-moments, because it seemed like Lit had both areas completely under control with their sheer numbers.
And I will say, before we jump into this, which is about 10 seconds away, Ditterbitter is probably streaming. Open up both streams. Do yourself a favor. This will be worthwhile. This is $20,000 going to the winner.
I was going to say, if anyone can do it the Tribal style and beat Varax, it is Ditterbitter. This man lives in the wilderness, up and deep, back at the lava maze. He likes to PK there, and he makes videos on them every single day. Check out his YouTube channel as well. If you just search on Ditterbitter, you will find out about him. And here he is right now.
Catches the barrage as well.
That is so nice. And yeah, looking right now, so clearly we have the Ring of Suffering as before. It's going to be a huge amount of damage, but can it be mitigated by the full arms and the switching out? See, here we go. Going into the mage, making the guy pray mage, but then coming out of the range again here twice in a row and catch them off guard. Hits the 33. Clearly worthwhile doing the fakies into the DDS. He has 4 specs right now. Oh, on the wrong prayer. Only once, though. He understands the guy's going to put on his prey melee straight away. And again,
another barrage. And as we said before, he's utilising the diagonals. He's not able, DMM Freak Show is not able to attack back with melee. He's having to use range. So all Ditterbitter has to do is protect from range.
Unfortunately, when he goes for those mage hits on the Carols when the guy's in full range tank, he has a very low chance of actually hitting him. So it's between the melee and the range for the most amount of DPS. But still here, he's showing that, you know, he can compete like this. And he's doing an absolutely fantastic job. He catches freeze here again, step under. But here we go. The splash is coming in right now, going into the Carols, like I said before, and doing a fantastic job of it. DM Freak Show showing that he too deserves to be here. But Ditter almost getting comboed out there. He has got combo food though.
We're going to ask the guys behind the scenes to confirm that Kuro is Ditter and not DMM, just to be 100% certain.
I'm pretty certain that he would have gone with the tribal setup.
And Ditter is representing Cutthroat then?
Yes, he's in Cutthroat. He's good friends with the leader, Christy. And like I said before, this is their first ever tournament. So to get this far, to have someone in the finals with them is absolutely fantastic. They were just testing out different strategies, enjoying themselves, feeding certain players, and Ditter clearly being one of them. And
he's hurting right now, though. The DFS coming in hits a 0.
Man, that could have hit like a 30 or something, can't it? So that could have been a big damage changer. Obviously, DMO doesn't have a spec weapon apart from the DDS, which isn't really worth using.
And what that shows me, the DFS special attack being used, is that DMM Freak Show is not panicking. That is not something you do in a panic situation. That's a ballsy move. You're confident. You think you're going to win this.
But
DMM Freak Show definitely thinks he's got this.
But catching every freeze from Cairo right now and using the Blood Barrage again to utilize the extra HP he can. The DDS spec's at 0-0, unfortunately, on the right prayer, though. And the Bolt, again, on the right prayer, still a 0. Unfortunately, Kuro with that massive defense bonus. Sorry, DMM Freak Show, the massive defense bonus with the double Carols and with the DFS. It's quite hard for him to hit him. But I mean, it's still kind of either way. 4 Sharks, 1 Karambwan, 1 Brew versus, I believe, 6 Sharks, 1 Karambwan, 1 Brew. So, I mean, it's pretty 50-50 right now. Anything could happen.
DMM Freak Show's doing a great job of timing his vengeances. I don't think he's just spamming them as soon as they come to him. He's waiting until Kuro or Ditterbitter goes in for the freeze. He knows it's going to be a reasonable hit. If there's nothing he can do about it, he's going to get frozen regardless. Might as well do some damage back in return.
And it was a small thing, but at the beginning of the fight, you saw Kuro cover the field with flowers. So had, you know, DMM Freak Show had mithril seeds in his inventory, he wouldn't be able to, you know, move from this deity breeding style. So it's just something small, but you love to see players thinking about little things like that.
And we've just heard that Ditterbitter, actually, when he nearly died earlier, was on 1 HP.
1 HP? Imagine,
wow.
That's
$20,000
on 1 HP.
Oh my gosh. Well,
imagine he died there from the risk.
Again, now, the Ring of Suffering and the Vengeance is just doing so much damage against Ditterbitter. No matter what he does now, he has to be absolutely tick perfect, because otherwise, it's just going to be like a 50-50 completely. 4 Sharks, 1 Karamban versus 4 Sharks, 1 Karamban. But DMM Freak Show has the Brew advantage now. He's actually gone up in HP, so it's going to take an absolute miracle now for Ditterbitter. He's going to say calm, compose, and this is when that PKing mechanical skill that he's learned over many years of PKing comes into fruition. He's had so much experience. Like I said before, he PKs in this style every single day, day in, day out. He is a content creator. He makes videos for a living, and I'm going to show right now here that he does stand a chance.
That's 2 freezes that splashed on the full Virax with Prey Melee. Those both should have hit. really. And now the Vengeance is really starting to take its toll.
Yeah, I think right now, because of the Vengeance, the Brew, the 2 Sharks, and the Karambwan, it's going to take him, something really, really good here. He's going to catch every single prey off. Otherwise, he's going to fall, unfortunately. But still, the 25 barrage is coming to fruition. Does he have blood barrages? Why is he not using them? If he was utilizing them right now, he could get a bit more HP. Maybe now is he going for it? No, trying to catch the freeze. If he splashes again, quite unfortunate for Demon Freak Show. But Ditter needs to do something special right now. Please catch the freeze. He's got it. Unfortunately, though, he was unfrozen that same game
tech. On the side, he's playing the game well. He's prayer switching, and he's hitting him when the opponent is missing prayer switches. Also, DMM has full special attack. Ditter does not. But this might be it right here.
Unfortunately, I think it's enough for Ditter to come back. He's down to 7 HP. He realizes it is a clutch scenario, but DMM Freak Show down to no food too, and
there it is, guys. Well done to DMM Freak Show, representing Lit. So many Lit making it into the top 10 as well. They've really stepped up this tournament.
That was insane. I think the difference there was that Ring of Suffering. Such a powerful item. Without it, I'm pretty sure Dis would have won that. He was only like 60 HP behind, I think, and I'm almost certain that Ring of Suffering would have used up quite a few Sharks there.
Yeah, completely. I mean, you saw at the end, no supplies left for both players, 60 HP. A few splashes here or there could have made the difference, but ultimately, every hit that he was taking, that retaliation damage, as you say, would have stacked up.
And Ditter did a great job. I mean, he was hitting his freezes early on in the fight. He was able to dictate the pace, but in the end, it came down to that barrack setup. He was able to move around the area freely, and you see him celebrating here. He's definitely got to be excited, and congratulations to Lit as well. They had the numbers coming into this one. I think they were one of the favored clans, and looks like they might be coming out on top.
See how keen he was to start demo mode too. He's in the normal, the Bob setup, so to speak.
Default character.
Default character doesn't change any of his
Imagine
items.
being in that TeamSpeak right now.
Oh my
You've
God,
just won
going
20
wild.
grand representing your clan. All of those hundreds of people, I'm sure, just screaming.
And to be fair, they did dominate throughout. They were holding down the positions both for Anakal and Falador in the first stage, and they got through a few members. And yeah, clearly goes to show that the Verak meta is definitely something worth considering. Yeah. And with the Ring of Suffering too, goes to show that clans that lock down certain pieces of content,
it really
certain
pays
areas,
off.
It does pay off.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it because I don't want to make myself any enemies, but what a crushing blow to Rot. Dedicating themselves entirely to this tournament, and from what we've heard, the hardest that they've ever gone on any tournament before. Yeah. By far most the favourites to win from everyone that I've spoke to, and well, there we have it. Lit took the victory.